Now come, let us all reason together here in this particular analysis. Leave alone this meeting between Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Raila Odinga matching the same shirts, meeting with the Kiambu leaders today. There is a secret truth and a very sad story behind that particular meeting. And that is why I concur 100% with Mutai Ngunyi when he says that that is actually a political trap from Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Definitely, this time round, Raila Odinga must be very, very careful. But I will still do another critical analysis, and I will be able to explain to you the story behind that meeting. From the look of things, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that the former head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is currently on a mission to finish Raila Odinga completely, politically speaking. From Uhuru Kenyatta's recent political moves are clearly shaping up his politics ahead of the 2027 general elections. And these moves are extremely dangerous to Azimio and especially to Raila Odinga. And that will simply explain the reason as to why Raila Odinga's close allies from the ODM party, from the Luo Nyanza region, have already raised their alarm urgently. Like, for example, let me read for you this recent statement that was made by the Homa Bay Town MP by the name Peter Kaluma, who says that, why is the former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta meeting individuals who rigged our 2022 presidential elections? Keep off the US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whiteman, and her associates from the West. So from that particular response, you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga's close associates, close political allies, are not happy with Uhuru Kenyatta's recent political moves. And that is why they have warned Uhuru Kenyatta completely from associating with the US ambassador and the associates from the West. But what I can say is this. Apart from Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta being in Azimio, Uhuru also has a right to associate with anyone. Or by any chance, could there be a possibility that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is secretly working for President William Ruto or on behalf of President William Ruto by conducting high-level profile meetings with the top foreign diplomats? So if you have been observing Uhuru Kenyatta's recent political moves very keenly, you will actually notice the difference here. A very unique Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. First of all, recently, Uhuru Kenyatta successfully managed to isolate Raila Odinga completely. Uhuru and Raila Odinga are no longer the same brothers like before. In fact, it is Raila Odinga himself who has been trying so hard to involve Uhuru Kenyatta in his recent political activities, or rather his political events. And from a distance, you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga has been lying to his audience about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's greetings.
Leta vilevile salamu kutoka kwa Bwana Azimio. Kwanza, Mheshimiwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, unapokea. Pili, kutoka kwa Mheshimiwa Kalonzo wa Musyoka. Tatu, Mama Martha Wangari Karua.
And that is why also probably Raila Odinga met with Uhuru Kenyatta today in Kiambu County, just to lie to his Azimio supporters. Do you think that Uhuru Kenyatta and Martha Karua can send Raila Odinga with greetings to his audience? I don't believe that is the truth because of their bitter fallout recently. Secondly, recently Uhuru Kenyatta has openly differed with Raila Odinga. And I don't think if they are currently in good terms, and especially on matters to do with the recent final National Dialogue Committee report, the split within the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance, whereby from one side, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Martha Karua, also Eugene Wamalwa, have teamed up together to oppose the proposals in the final NADCO report, simply because it failed to address the cost of living. And that is why Uhuru Kenyatta, Martha Karua, and Eugene Wamalwa, up to date, they have failed completely to append their signatures in that particular report. While from the other side, Raila Odinga and the Wiper Party leader, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, have publicly endorsed that particular report, whereby Raila Odinga has made it very clear that despite the fact that that particular NADCO report is not perfect, but is actually a good start. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. But thirdly, and which is very, very important, is that you have realized recently Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has been conducting high-profile meetings with the foreign leaders. And the most shocking thing is that Uhuru Kenyatta has not been alone in those meetings. Uhuru Kenyatta has been flanked by the former State House spokesperson, Kanse Dena, together with the former Foreign Affairs PS by the name Macharia Kamau. Now, those meetings have raised speculations in Raila Odinga's camp, and you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga is tensed. Because the biggest question here is, what exactly is Uhuru Kenyatta up to? Like, for example, recently Uhuru Kenyatta conducted a meeting with the US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whiteman. After that meeting, Uhuru Kenyatta also conducted another meeting with the British High Commissioner to Kenya, Neil Wigan. And yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta also conducted another meeting with the Chinese ambassador to Kenya. So in this particular analysis here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to explain to you the secret truth behind those meetings that Uhuru Kenyatta has been conducting and how they are shaping up his politics ahead of the 2027 general elections, and why these meetings are totally a headache to Raila Odinga. And that is why Raila Odinga urgently rushed to meet with Uhuru Kenyatta and these Kiambu leaders. But before that, in case you are listening to me up to this point, yet you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm requesting you to please take a second or two and subscribe. You can also give this particular analysis a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this video to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers, I really want to appreciate you also for your continued support. Truth is, without that support, this channel cannot be where it is currently, and that is why I don't take the support for granted. You can also get notified automatically from YouTube itself every time I upload a video here. If you want that to happen, simply activate the notification bell down below. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details. How is Uhuru Kenyatta's recent political moves shaking Raila Odinga completely? First of all, Uhuru Kenyatta conducting a meeting with the US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whiteman. Now, if you understand the history between Meg Whiteman and Raila Odinga, you will agree with me that Meg Whiteman has always been a nightmare to Raila Odinga. And that is why Raila Odinga has always described Meg Whiteman as a rogue ambassador. And the reason to this is that Meg Whiteman made a statement in front of President William Ruto and several other leaders, including Azimio leaders, saying that the previous 2022 general elections was the most credible elections that Kenya has ever conducted in the history of the Republic of Kenya. But from Raila Odinga's side, Meg Whiteman here should be an enemy to the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance. Also remember that Raila Odinga has always believed that the US actually had something to do with the previous 2022 general elections, making William Ruto to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. But in my considered opinion, President William Ruto won the previous 2022 general elections free and fair. So basically here, Uhuru Kenyatta conducting a meeting with Meg Whiteman, speculations are Uhuru Kenyatta is secretly playing Raila Odinga. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga is not actually happy with Uhuru Kenyatta's final stand in the NADCO report. And that will simply explain as to why Raila Odinga rushed to meet Uhuru Kenyatta today. You know, politics is all about interest. Therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta rejecting the recent final NADCO report, it is because of his personal political interest ahead of the 2027 general elections. Like, for example, let me just read for you this statement that was made by Professor Makau Mutua, saying that Azimio is not a forced marriage. Please leave if you cannot support the National Dialogue Committee report, which is a product of the party's agreed democratic process. So who do you think Professor Makau Mutua was addressing to that particular statement? In my considered opinion, Professor Makau Mutua was actually delivering Raila Odinga's message to all Azimio leaders like Uhuru Kenyatta, Eugene Wamalwa, and Martha Karua to leave if they want to, because Azimio is not actually a forced marriage. Therefore, if you are in Azimio, you must support the NADCO report. And thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, and also finally, Raila Odinga feels insecure with Uhuru Kenyatta. Why is Raila Odinga feeling insecure with Uhuru Kenyatta? First of all, it is because of Uhuru Kenyatta's sudden political moves. Because all of a sudden, Uhuru Kenyatta starts conducting high-level profile meetings with the foreign leaders. What is Uhuru Kenyatta up to? All of a sudden, Uhuru Kenyatta rejects the final National Dialogue Committee report, yet they were still together in Azimio when this NADCO meeting took place. In fact, Uhuru Kenyatta went ahead to appoint Jeremiah Kioni to be part of the technical committee in the National Dialogue Committee. All of a sudden, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta starts to focus so much in the Jubilee Party. And that will simply explain the emergence of David Murathe out of nowhere, then starts to claim that he has officially retired. And that is why the Jubilee Party has been conducting several meetings ahead of the 2027 general elections. And the speculations are there's a possibility that Uhuru Kenyatta will not actually endorse Raila Odinga's ticket ahead of the 2027 general elections. And that is why Raila Odinga is insecure about Uhuru Kenyatta's recent political moves. That would simply explain as to why Raila Odinga conducted this meeting today with Uhuru Kenyatta and several other Azimio leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Otherwise, I don't have much. What can you say about this meeting between Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga matching the same shirts, conducting a meeting with the Mount Kenya region leaders? Let me also know your thoughts, your views, and your opinions in the comment section below. Otherwise, let me see you again in my next analysis, but please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Bye-bye.